everyone. We're getting ready to get started here. Happy Monday and good morning, everyone. I'm Paolo del Rosario. It's a beautiful Monday and we're here to bring you a fresh start to your week.
And hello, I am Asis-Carilo. Let's fill our hearts with gratitude and joy as we dive into today's show. And I'm Monique Tuzon. I'm thrilled to be back. I missed you guys, and we're here to share this beautiful morning show with you. So let's make today amazing by spreading kindness and love.
Alam ko she said spreading kindness, but then she misses us. Do we miss her?
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say you didn't miss me. Well, I missed you guys.
But we missed you! And I'm so glad you're back.
Me too. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, welcome back. This is her commitment to the show. She went straight here from the airport.
Yeah.
Coming in
with
here.
no sleep.
With no sleep and no pasalubong yet.
Oy,
we'll get to that
I
later
still
on.
haven't unpacked.
We'll get to that later on. Because first, we're going to shift to some serious business. Here are the latest headlines. Typhoon Julian causing a stormy Monday up north on the last day of September. Pag-asa says Julian was last spotted over the coastal waters of Balintang Island in Calayan, Cagayan. It has maximum sustained winds of 155 kilometers per hour with gustiness of up to 190 kilometers per hour. Forecasters say Julian is expected to make landfall in Batanes this morning or afternoon. Tropical cyclone wind signals have been hoisted. Signal number 4 is up in Batanes and the northern portions of the Babuyan Islands. Places under signal number 4 are warned against, quote, significant to severe threat to life and property. The rest of Babuyan Islands, including the northeastern portion of mainland Cagayan, are under signal number 3. Signal number 2 is up for the rest of mainland Cagayan, Apayao, and Ilocos Norte. Signal number 1 is raised in Ilocos Sur, La Union, Pangasinan, Abra, Kalinga, Ifugao, Mountain Province, Benguet, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, and Aurora. The northern and eastern portions of Nueva Ecija and Polillo Islands are also under signal number 1. Ilocos Sur and La Union have suspended classes in all levels today. Ilocos Norte is also calling off classes at the elementary and secondary levels, but Batac and Laoag City have suspended classes on all levels. There are no classes for Batanes in all levels today, and tomorrow, October 1st, the local government units of Abra, Benguet, Baguio City, and Aurora are likewise suspending classes in all levels today. Tune in for more updates on Weather HQ later on at 9 a.m., where we'll be with you whatever the weather, only here on the Billionaire News Channel. Meanwhile, the House panel will continue its inquiry into the Chinese espionage activities and illegal pogo operations in the coming weeks. This after former Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo denied allegations of espionage after a documentary aired by Al Jazeera accused her of being a Chinese spy. The documentary featured Chinese tycoon Xi Jinping, who claimed both he and Guo worked for China's Ministry of State Security. Guo, emotional during the House Quad Committee investigation, refuted the claims, stating she did not know Xi and never solicited campaign funds from him.
Your Honor, unfair naman po para sa akin. Hindi ko po siya kilala at never po ako humingi ng campaign fund entirely. Never po ako humingi ng campaign fund during my campaign period. Gusto ko rin po na iparating sa lahat ng kababayan ko at buong Pilipinas na rin po. Mahal ko pang Pilipinas. Your Honor, unfair naman po para sa akin. Hindi ko po siya kilala at never po ako humingi ng campaign fund entirely.
Documentary also linked Guo to illegal gambling and offshore gaming operations. Calls for further investigation were made, with the DILG and PNP set to look into the allegations.
The Philippine government has formally requested a seat on the United Nations Security Council, citing its commitment to the rule of law and multilateral cooperation. Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo emphasized the country's dedication to peace and human rights during his speech at the UN General Assembly, highlighting the Philippines' status as a founding UN member. He called for support for the Philippines' bid for a non-permanent seat for the 2027 to 2028 term, noting its role in addressing global challenges and its successful initiatives in Mindanao. Manalo also offered the Philippines as a host for international climate efforts and other UN initiatives. The Commission on Elections announced that voter registrations will end today, September 30, with no extensions. COMELEC expects a surge of applicants on the last day. Applications are open until 5 p.m. for those who are not yet registered, transferred registration, or reactivated. The deadline is also the time when registration for Filipinos abroad ends. Issuing voter certification or voter registration record is suspended in all the offices of the election officer in the country today to give way to the last day of the registration.
Heads up, motorists. Pump prices are set to increase this week. The Department of Energy reports diesel is projected to increase up to 70 to 90 centavos per liter, 30 to 50 centavos per liter of gasoline, and 30 to 50 centavos per liter in kerosene. This price hike is said to have been due to movements in the world market. Now on to world news. Cleanup and recovery efforts are underway in the southeastern parts of the U.S. after Hurricane Helene caused catastrophic flooding. At least 69 people were killed, according to the state and local officials in South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. Authorities fear more bodies would be discovered. Early estimates on overall economic damage ranged from $15 billion to more than $100 billion. The storm has damaged water systems, communications, and critical transportation routes across the region. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper describes Helene as an unprecedented tragedy that requires unprecedented response. He says all roads in the western end of the state, where some of the worst rain hit, will take months to repair. Meanwhile, South Carolina recorded the highest death toll at 24 fatalities, with falling trees contributing to many of them.
Now, in sports, a grand out victory for the Rain Shine Las Painters in the PBA Governor's Cup. The Las Painters escaped the Magnolia Chicken Templados hot shots in an overtime thriller on Sunday at the United Center in Antipolo. Final score, 111 to 106. Import Aaron Fuller went all out for the Rain Shine Las Painters after missing game number 2, or at least the majority of it, due to injury. The eye injury, of course, did bother him, but he still scored 29 points and grabbed 11 rebounds. Rain or Shine now leads the series 2-1 in the best of 5 in the quarterfinals. In the first game of the doubleheader, the TNT Tropang Giga shooting the lights out against the NLEX Road Warriors in Game 3, 109 to 91. Glenn Cobuntin, the role player, was on fire from beyond the arc, knocking down all 5 of his triples to finish with 17 points. RHJ, Ronde House Jefferson, leads the charge for the Tropang Giga with 27 points and 12 rebounds. TNT now also holds a 2-1 lead against NLEX Road Warriors in the quarterfinal series. Meanwhile, in college hoops, the FU Tamaraws finally taste sweet victory in the UAP Season 87. The Barita Bay squad defeats the Ateneo Blue Eagles Sunday at the Mall of Asia Arena, also in overtime, 66-65. Doric Bautista made clutch plays for FAU to finish the game with 18 points. Meanwhile, defending champs, the De La Salle Green Archers tames the USD Growling Tigers for its second straight win, 68-62. Mike Phillips took charge for the Kings of Taft with 12 points and 18 rebounds in a double-double performance.
And in our fashion scene, Victoria Velasquez Vincent has been crowned Miss Universe New Zealand 2024, marking a significant achievement in her career. During the event in Auckland, she showcased not only her beauty, but also her passion for social issues. With Filipino heritage, she is committed to advocating for mental health awareness and environmental sustainability, reflecting a desire to make a meaningful impact. Velasquez aims to inspire young women to embrace their individuality and engage in community service. As she prepares for the Miss Universe competition later this year, her victory is seen as a celebration of diversity and empowerment, earning her admiration from fans and fellow contestants. Her journey embodies a modern approach to beauty, emphasizing purpose and advocacy alongside traditional ideals.
You know what? Pao and I almost lost our jobs last week.
What happened?
When we had
I
a
missed
beauty
it.
queen guest.
Oh, you had another beauty queen guest?
Yes,
Beauty
join
queen
us
guest,
last week.
And it wasn't me?
No, it was. Yes.
No, because you were
Yes.
far away. You left us.
I
left
represented
us.
Japan last week.
No, but absolutely no. Yeah, she did. She read the prompter for us, so
Yes.
to lead out and put all of our jobs in jeopardy.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
not
So I'm glad
our
we're still
instruction,
here.
by the way. It was the guys at the prod saying that, hey, this girl could do your job better than you guys.
I know.
I'm
We
glad
got
we're still
scared
here
there a
though.
bit, you know? Yeah, we got scared there a bit.
Yeah, but all joking aside, it's great to have you back here, Mo. And
Thank you.
hopefully we get off to a great one this week. Of course, we're talking about a bit of Italian food in just
No,
a bit.
it's already making me so
I'm so happy my
hungry.
first day back and we have food.
Food,
As
I
if I
know.
haven't been eating in Japan. I look like a mochi already.
You are what you eat, and that's all you
Mochi,
ate when you were in
mochi-mo.
Japan. And of course, we're not done with all of that. Like we mentioned a while ago, we're gonna take you in a culinary journey when It's a Beautiful Day returns. We'll introduce you to a restaurant concept where you can enjoy the flavors of Italy and you can put your own spin on it. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. We have a guest here who's more sharply dressed than everyone in an entire building. You don't need to travel far and wide to get a taste of Italy. This guy has brought it here today. What's better, you can take it customized and to go. Now that's a brainchild of entrepreneur Marcelle Marcelino, co-owner of Italyumm. It's a beautiful day. Marcel, thank you very much for joining us here.
Thanks for having me here.
No.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for bringing all of this. The studio smells great because of you.
I know.
And that's not something we normally say out loud. But of course, you take a look at Italyumm, this concept right now to go past making sure that you're able to customize it. Tell us a bit about how it all started out. I know you have a lot of ventures, but this might be the most delicious one you have.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
It certainly is. So this came about, the idea was actually about 12, 14 years ago. And then I just started pursuing. I got a little bit more time. And what happened was I used to be at a radio station over in Ortigas. And almost every day I would go to this one place where you get fried noodles.
Yeah.
And then you customize it and you have your own sauce or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you put your own kind of shawmai.
I think I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but yes, go ahead.
So that's how I got
Without
the idea.
naming names, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I think everybody should.
Yeah.
And then, and I said, we live in the Philippines. How come nobody's ever done this for spaghetti? Because if you go to a kid's party or any party in the Philippines, I grew up in Texas, by the way.
Yeah.
And every Sundays we would have like a church party or something. Everyone always had that spaghetti there, or pasta, macaroni, mac and cheese. So that's how I got the idea.
Marcel, I'm curious though that you mentioned spaghetti. Did you have to tailor your spaghetti to be a Filipino sweet spaghetti, or is it legit Italian
There are
spaghetti?
no hot dogs in it. So
I know, that's why I'm
I know.
wondering.
We were looking
Yeah.
at it.
No, actually, these are just some of the sauces that we have. These are the best sellers that we have.
Oh, okay.
So surprisingly, our best seller is actually the Italian.
The Italian spaghetti, which is this one.
So what happens is you get to pick your own sauce. We do have the Filipino sauce also in the Italian booths. So you pick your own pasta, whether it be fusilli, macaroni, spaghetti, penne, and then you pick your own sauce, and then you pick your own meatballs.
How many sauce options do you have?
Right now we have about 5, but we're
5,
working
okay.
on more. I'm working with another chef already.
Okay.
That that says that he's got more kind of like a more creamy pesto. That's gonna be one of them, and then we're gonna come out with mac and cheese also.
Mac and
Mac and cheese, my
cheese.
favorite. I was going
Right?
to ask if you had mac and cheese.
Well, eventually. But of course, you're talking about the sauces here. Can you tell us a bit about the process of actually creating sauces? You mentioned the chef you're working with, but can you tell us a
Yeah.
bit about how all of this is conceptualized and, of course, to what we see in front of us here today?
Yeah, well, most of the part I've actually been around Italy a couple of times already, so I tasted the sauces there and I described it to the chefs that I have had here. And yeah, he created the perfect sauce, and we actually have Italians coming to our booth, over in BGC, and they've even tasted it and they was like, yeah, this is very
That's
Italian.
good. Yeah. So you got the approval, right?
I got the approval
That's when you
from the
know it's
Italians.
legit.
Yeah.
One of our partners is also Italian, so yeah. What's up, Stilo?
Yeah, you got to follow him, right? Or he's gonna be upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you mentioned a while ago catering to the Italian taste and catering to the Filipino taste. So what would you describe is the overall taste of Italyumm?
Great. If I didn't like something, I wouldn't get into business with it. So it's very good. Plus, it's only 99 pesos.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
99 pesos
Yeah.
for one box?
And I
Yeah.
think the
That's
boxes are
amazing.
adorable. It's
I
like a
know.
Chinese takeout box.
Yeah. I had to
really
go with
to
a
go.
Chinese kind of takeout boxes. Everything that you see nowadays, it's all the same.
should
It's
give
just-
it a
We're going
try.
to ask, so which one do you want here, Mo? And
I
we'll
definitely
let you get started.
want the spaghetti. I want to try that.
You want
Yeah,
the
me
spaghetti.
too. Oh, what
I've
is
been-
this
The
again?
Italian sauce.
Carbonara? Okay, I'll have carbonara.
Marcel, can you tell us about your packages while we're scooping the food over here?
Our packages, I designed the logo and everything and the colors and the color scheme or whatever. So
Yeah, but I was going through your website, so this is actually open to franchising, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, it is.
Yeah, if you tell us a bit more about the business model that you have here for Italyumm, of course, if I'm not mistaken, a relatively new venture, relatively.
Yes.
Been there for around a year or so, or
Yeah.
almost there. So tell us a bit about how you plan to grow this from here.
We've been doing trial and error for about a year, so to see how people respond, what they like, what they suggest. Of course, it's all for the people, right? And then, there's people that actually been waiting to franchise, and some have already paid the franchise fee, which is only 150,000 pesos for now.
Okay, yeah.
And then, so they've been waiting, and now they're ready. We're opening one in Tuguegarao,
Okay.
over around November 1.
Okay.
Also in UP, and then we also have ours in BGC. There's a couple of others waiting. So, it's pretty much easy franchising. They just go to the website.
Absolutely. So you can check that out where?
On www.Italyumm, that's with 2 M's, ph.com.
All right, so you go check that out. And right now, my co-hosts are getting served
Yes,
here. So
I'm
you
having
ordered and I have the
carbonara.
one that they're not having.
You offer,
Yeah,
you offer party packages as well?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Also, we've done a couple of corporate parties already, and they love it. Everybody's just lined up and getting served up. Yeah.
Filipinos love their pasta.
They do,
Yes.
they do.
This is really
what,
Italian.
I mean, like, what was the
Italian.
temptation not to really into the Filipino taste with regards to the pasta?
We just really wanted something a little bit more authentic. And it worked out pretty well. I mean, I was surprised. I thought our number one seller was going to be the Filipino sauce, which is very, very good. But then they love the Italian sauce.
Yeah, they love
Even
the
the
Italian
Italians.
sauce. Yeah, 100%. So, we're gonna, again, I cannot wait to try it. The two girls have already started. Look at Monique's face.
Yeah.
She's been spending last week only eating Japanese food over in Japan. Right now, she's having Italian here, and she's enjoying
I'm
it.
so happy. Carbs
Welcome
is
home,
life.
Mo.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
it's the best welcome
again,
home.
for those who are interested, of course, you can check out Italyumm.ph.com online. But you take a look at how you started and how you see this growing. Of course, why did you decide to get into food in the first place? Again, we know you've done a lot of ventures. In fact, we're going to be talking about that later on. But then, of course, why start with food?
It was just an idea and something I created. I thought, whenever I have ideas, I always pursue with it. So it worked out pretty well. And yeah, like I said, like you go to, the fast food chains. You go to the fast food chain, I won't say it or whatever, but they have spaghetti there. But that fast food chain, you go to Italy, they don't even have spaghetti as an option.
yeah.
So I said it just made sense for
And yeah.
Filipino people to have this. Yeah.
I love how we're not
know.
paying attention to it anymore.
He's like, guys, please help me out.
Like the hosts are busy eating and H is
Right.
like giving all these answers and we're like paying attention.
But I saw on the screen earlier you also have garlic bread and different drinks that you guys offer as well,
Yes,
right?
we
Yeah.
had, since, carbonated sodas are really popular, or carbonated drinks in Italy, we have those also.
And do you guys
and
offer
we also even have the desserts. Yeah.
tiramisu?
Yeah, we're coming out with the tiramisu, but right now we have the cannolis.
I love cannoli.
Yeah, and nobody
So
really
good.
sells cannolis in the Philippines, so
Actually,
we
I
have them.
haven't found a great cannoli here in the Philippines.
Yeah, we should send you guys some then.
Please.
Oh, you didn't bring
Yeah.
one today? Oh,
Not
man.
today.
You can mama move it later after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We have a lot more to talk about. Obviously over pasta, which is going to
Yes,
be fantastic.
yes.
But, ladies and gentlemen, while Italyumm brings the authentic flavors of Italy to your table, well, our friend over here, he wears so many hats. We're going to explore his other business ventures that complements this culinary journey. Don't go away. Insights are just around the corner. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Marcel is still with us and we're still eating to show us his other hats. So aside from his Italyumm business, Marcel still has another brainchild, Lino Electronics. So a fun fact about you, you mentioned earlier you were a radio director. So could you tell us how you veered into audio technology from that?
I guess being just fixing stuff around the home. Back in the days when I was younger, I used to tinker with my dad's components, take it apart, get in trouble. But then so I have to put it back. And then, being a DJ for about 20 plus years has gotten me into audio engineering and everything. And then when I retired from, radio itself, even before retiring, I kind of planned it already. I already wanted to do something. And I stumbled onto this because we were just trying to raise funds for kids, for the youth.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it all started. And one day my friend comes back from China. He said, hey, we could put our own logo and they could give us this. We could sell earphones. But I was never satisfied with the sound, being an,
Audiophile.
Yeah, being an audiophile and being somebody that's been in the music business for a while. I was like, hindi pwede to. So,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So we started engineering it ourselves, and later on, some of my clients from radio itself started contacting me and said, hey, can you make us this for our company giveaways? Can you do this? And that's how it all just started and became a business.
H, I'm curious. You have this thing called the smart helmet. What is that all about?
It's for people, because I ride a scooter around BGC.
Okay.
So it was a smart helmet where it's got a HD camera, it's got speakers on there and everything. It's got a mic so you could take calls.
Right.
Oh, that's
And,
amazing.
yeah,
and
it
it's
has a
safer,
signal.
actually.
Yeah.
Safer, yes.
And it's safer also. And people were saying that, well, it's going to disrupt, right, if it's got audio. So we positioned it where you could hear the traffic also behind you or
Oh,
somebody's
nice.
beeping. But you could still hear, whoever you're talking to or listening to music while you're riding your scooter or your bicycle.
Is
That's
that available
amazing.
here in
Yes,
Manila?
it is.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
cool.
it is. It's in a couple of stores that we have, like Urban Gadgets, The Loop, Power Max Center. So
Yeah.
we have our products there.
We weren't joking when we were saying that this was your most delicious venture because of all the ventures that you do have. But Innovatia is the group, the company
Yes.
that's leading charge with all of this. Of course, you're leading that as well. Can you tell us a bit more about the product line that you have, and of course the thrust that you guys are doing? Because we're going to talk about education in just a bit, but let's focus on the technology aspect first. Just the thrust of this company. What are you guys trying to do?
Well, it's just really me and a couple of my my lawyers or whatever that had to get so I had a board to form Innovatia. So I do a lot of things. I've always liked doing a lot of things, and these are all just passion projects that became something. So we put it under something I call the Innovatia group. And yeah, so we ventured into the electronics. It's very important for us because pretty much we save animals and we also have to help kids. And that's been the main purpose. I've always told our staff and our team that, you know, don't ever veer away from the main purpose of why we're doing the things that we're doing. It's because we're trying to help.
Right.
And just to piggyback on that really quickly here before we have to wrap things up with you, but then you are also helping send kids to Australia, trying to give them opportunities there as students.
Yes.
With Times, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
the name of the group. Can you tell us a bit more about that venture before we move on?
Yes, it's the Times Education Group. We own 6 colleges over in Australia, and we're trying to bring more Filipinos to be able to study there and be able to move there so that we could, you know, help the country out with remittances. But mostly that Australians actually need our help when it comes to like aged care and all that, because there's a lot of aged care facilities and nursing homes that are actually closing down, not because of financial reasons, but because they don't have enough workers. And Filipinos are the best workers when it comes to, you know, taking care of the elderly and of course nurses.
It's a reputation well earned. But H, really
Very.
appreciate you being here.
No, thank you.
A
Thank
lot
you.
to talk about,
Yeah.
and of course, we wish we could have you on longer, but then we gotta wrap it up. Really appreciate you.
Thank so much, guys.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Now we are shifting gears. We have got something for you guys, for motoring fans. Get ready because we are about to bring you the latest in the automotive industry. Wow. And first off, it was an action-packed weekend as race drivers, fans, and enthusiasts returned to the Clark International Speedway for the Toyota Gazoo Racing Philippine Cup. Our motoring correspondent Janelle Baroga gives us the details.
First launched in 2014, Toyota Motor Philippines revamps its one-make race series Vios Cup to Toyota Gazoo Racing or TGR Philippine Cup this year. Motorsports fans and enthusiasts were treated a fun-to-drive experience as the mobility company held the second leg of the race event over the weekend in Pampanga.
We're changing the name starting the first race weekend last July. So as you've known it, we're calling it now Philippine Cup, Toyota Gazoo Racing Philippine Cup. And we're trying to expand more, trying to reach out to more motorsports fans or just car fans alone. So we're hoping for bigger and more action-packed races.
The TGR Philippine Cup features 2 race formats. First is a sprint race, a 12-lap or 30-minute race, and the endurance race which lasts for 1.5 hours. Each race format has 4 categories: the novice, promotional, sporting, and super sporting. Among the participating drivers is Toyota Motor Philippines President Masando Hashimoto, who competes in the novice class. He made his racing debut during the first leg back in July.
It is really, I would say, very difficult time, intense yet very full of excitement.
Inigo Anton, who's on the run for championship this season, keeps his focus and vows to further improve going into the third and final leg.
You know, from lap 1, it was already so stressful against the other people, but just slowly and surely, just capitalizing on the others' mistakes and, you know, making moves on like Red and Russell when they tried to pass me. You know, with these guys, it's very tough to not make a mistake, but I was glad I was able to hold it and not, you know, get taken by the pressure. So really glad I was able to do it, and yeah, one of the more enjoyable races this time. My team, Avengers Racing, they were able to set up the car really well, and we found pace even though we're a little bit overweight as well. So really glad for that, but now it's full focus for the last race because there's still a lot of points to gain, and so we'll just keep a calm head and, you know, hope for the best.
Apart from the exciting motorsports action, there were also drifting exhibitions, track day for GR performance cars, and other fun activities during the event.
The Toyota Gazoo Racing Philippine Cup will conclude its 2024 season in November. Janelle Baroga, BNC.
Now, when we return, we will explore how Tessie C. Coson, featured in Forbes' list of the richest Filipinas, redefines luxury through her humble, everyday moments. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, an update on Typhoon Julian. Pag-asa says Julian was last spotted over the coastal waters of Balintang Island in Calayan, Cagayan. Has massive sustained winds of 155 kilometers per hour with gustiness of up to 190 kilometers per hour. Forecasters say Julian is expected to make landfall in Batanes this morning or afternoon. Now, tropical cyclone wind signals have been hoisted. Signal number 4 is up in Batanes and the northern portions of Babuyan Islands. Places under signal number 4 are warned against, quote, significant to severe threats to life and property. Of course, here's signal number 3, wind signal number 3, the rest of Babuyan Islands and northeastern portion of mainland Cagayan and Santa Ana as well. Of course, those aren't the only regions affected by the tropical cyclone. As we have here, tropical cyclone wind signal number 2, rest of mainland Cagayan, Apayao, and Ilocos Norte as well. Of course, class suspensions are also up in different areas. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 1, this time in Ilocos Sur, La Union, Pangasinan, Abra, Kalinga, Ifugao, Mountain Province, Benguet, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, and Aurora. Now, of course, other portions, northern and eastern portions of Nueva Ecija, also affected by the tropical cyclone wind signal number 1, Polillo Islands as well. For more updates, especially with regards to class suspensions in the areas, do check out our social media accounts and catch us later on the Weather HQ, as we're showing you now the different lists of the class suspensions happening today on all levels here for Ilocos Sur and La Union, Ilocos Norte. Meanwhile, we'll have the elementary and secondary levels suspended. While Batanes, all levels will be suspended there for both yesterday and today, public and private. And Abra, all levels will have class suspensions, as well as Benguet, Baguio City, and Aurora. So those affected, do stay safe and dry during this time. Stay indoors and make sure that all necessary precautions are taken care of. Of course, you can catch all of those updates later on Weather HQ at 9 a.m. where we'll give you the weather. Well, we'll be together rather, whatever the weather. Of course, I'll be hosting that, and I can't believe I got my own spiel wrong. But you know, all joking aside here, again, stay safe during the weather with the weather out there, guys, and hopefully, especially for those in the north, we get to see you guys really soon.
Now on to our trending story for today. Tessie C. Coson, Forbes' richest Filipina, showcases her down-to-earth nature by casually waiting for her luggage without any fuss or entourage. This behavior highlights her humility and approachability, contrasting the extravagant lifestyles often associated with immense wealth. Her actions serve as a reminder that true richness is reflected in character rather than status. Talk about grace and humility right there.
I mean, like, you know, Mo was not humble when she was in Tokyo. I mean...
Wow.
The shocked look on her face.
It was just food. I only posted food
She wasn't ready for it. I was here for it.
Dang.
No, but then the boys, I have to admit, the boys are waiting for luggage. Mo actually had trouble this morning.
Yeah, you were telling us about
Yes,
that.
that's why I'm team no sleep. I waited an hour and a half for my luggage, which was crazy.
And then
I
people
showed
were
humility
frustrated.
too.
Yeah,
you know?
no fuss,
I just-
no entourage, right? Yeah.
Nothing. I wasn't a Karen this morning. I was just casually waiting for my luggage.
Yeah, so you were sleepy though.
I was. So I was literally sitting on one of those rails, like, I was like, just this. Like, when is my luggage coming out?
Oh, you should have done like a video or something.
I should have, but I wasn't even thinking of that because I was so tired. Then I thought my luggage got lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I had to ask like the people around me, are you all on the same flight? So thank goodness.
Yeah,
Man,
so I
that was
mean,
so
like it's
stressful.
good. It's good that you did end up going to work today because your award was Italyumm here in the
Exactly.
morning, and of course, welcome back again to the show. And hopefully, we'll be complete for sometime soon for the next few weeks.
Yes, please.
We will be.
No more going on vacation.
I like how you're looking at Paolo. I know. I'm like,
going on
thank you.
vacation.
Finally, we're bullying
I'll go
Paolo.
somewhere soon, but I'm gonna try and make it slightly a work trip. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this Monday. Again, Mo, welcome back. Really appreciate you having back.
Happy to be back.
And of course, a great meal to start out our day. Now, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. I'm Paolo del Rosario. As we wrap up today's show, remember to carry the positivity and energy throughout your day.
Cherish every moment and spread kindness wherever you guys go. I'm Anne, Asis-Carilo. Have a wonderful day ahead.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. It's been a joy sharing this beautiful morning with you. We encourage you to embrace the challenges and joys of the day. See you tomorrow only here on
It's a beautiful day.
Oh, we still got it.